So in this video, I'm going to talk about the number one problem that I believe that every newly funded trader goes through. This is not something that is very much talked about here on YouTube. We always talk about like challenges, what prop firm is the best, all of that, but we don't talk about the live process of the funded programs. But this is something that has happened twice to me, and it happened to me right now. Like, I finally got my second live funded account, and it is happening to me, and that's why I think it's so important to address. It's the second time that I've been able to get a live funded account. As you know, if you've seen my previous videos on me failing the FTMO challenges, you know that I also already lost a live funded account. But now I got one with my Forex funds, my first live account with my Forex funds. And it seems like everything is kind of happening again, but let me explain. I really recommend you sticking through the whole of this video, because at the end, I'm going to give a very thorough explanation on why this is happening. But before that, let's go back a little bit. Last year in May, I was able to get my first live funded account with FTMO. And soon after, I was able to lose the account, just as I've talked about the mistakes that I did in that account. I've also already talked about the lessons I learned from losing that funded account. But it looked like the market was just taking a breather to then kick me right back in the face. But guess what? Not this time, bitch. Fast forward 1.5 years and I have been able to get my second live funded account after learning a lot of lessons and getting slapped by the market multiple times. But the thing is, I still notice myself self-sabotaging quite a lot after receiving the live account. I do believe that this is the number one problem for every newly funded trader. It wasn't much after me getting the login credentials for the live account that my mental talk changed. During the challenge, I felt very ready for it. I felt very ready to pass. But I think one of the big things was that it came sooner than I thought, because if I'm not mistaken, I got to the profit target on Wednesday. On Thursday, they contacted me, and on Friday, I got my login credentials, and I was expecting to get this brief amount of time between Friday and the weekend to digest this a little bit. But then on Friday, I got the login credentials, and I also got my first live trade. I directly knew that I had to risk less percentage, but even then, after taking my first loss, I was feeling the fear of being wrong, the fear of missing out, fear of possibly missing out a trade that would run 5, 6, 7%. It was something that happened to me during the challenge, but not as intensely, I would say. And the absolutely great thing is that I actually was only risking 0.5%, and that saves me a lot mentally. And as I said, I started feeling fear of missing out, but also the fear of being wrong. And this is basically a dichotomy between wanting to be in the market but not wanting to take any losses. And we are traders, we know that that's not possible. There were also thoughts of, oh, this is not that much capital and so on, that I talked about in the previous video as being one of the big problems that I faced. And I also directly thought, okay, maybe I can start another challenge. It's pure self-sabotage, it's ridiculous, and it's great to be aware of this at least. And I'm not falling for it again. I'm going to take this very slowly and I'm going to build myself up. I'm making this video so I can make you aware of this too, and maybe when you get your live account, or if you already have your live account, you can understand and maybe relate to what is happening to me. And also, I'm using this as a way to express my thoughts out to the camera and saying it out loud and writing them down for this script, and also ingraining these conscious thoughts into my subconscious. So currently I have a 5-figure trading account. And what I'm going to do is, 1, risk less percentage until I build a buffer. 2 is I'm not going to do any other challenges. I'm not going to trade any other accounts. I'm just going to focus on this one. And 3 is that I'm going to review every trade thoroughly in order to understand if I'm sticking to my trading plan or not, because I know that statistically I will not lose the account again. It's simply not going to happen. And if I do see that something is happening and I'm not sticking to my trading plan, or I'm being way too emotional, then I'm going to wind off a little bit or take the day off and try to recharge. It is this time that I will be able to control my self-sabotage and prove to myself and overall that I am able to have funding capital. So then in the future, being able to use this confidence as fuel to do other challenges and smash them out of the park too. But that will only come when I'm comfortable at the position that I'm currently at. But let me tell you a little bit more thoroughly what is actually happening. We are very complicated creatures. We are always pursuing a goal, no matter if you have goals written down or not. You are always striving for a goal. But with that comes our self-image, which is what we believe ourselves to be capable of achieving. Self-image is an extremely important pillar in success. Without it, or without enough of it, we are going to self-sabotage ourselves in order to get back into our comfort zone. Let's use me as an example and my prop trading journey as a whole. I'm very confident in taking prop firms challenges because I know that I'm mostly going to finish above break-even and at least have a high chance of achieving the profit target. I'm in my comfort zone when I'm trading prop firm challenges because I know what I'm capable of doing. My self-image is I'm a confident trader, but this when I'm doing those challenges. Well, but now the environment has changed. I have a live funded account. Did any of my ability change? No, absolutely not. The only thing that changed was my environment. But something needs to change. And this is where self-image comes in. My self-image is kind of not ready yet for funded capital, and that's why I really need to work on that. Because what are the two possibilities when you are out of your comfort zone? One is you either go backwards to what you were doing in order to go back to your comfort zone, or two, which is updating your comfort zone, adapting to this new scenario, adapting to this new environment. That's what we see rats doing when they get introduced to a new environment. First they stop, then they start sniffing around, checking every corner, seeing if everything is safe, and then they run around freely in whatever environment they've been put in. So this gives you a good idea on what we have to do in order to improve our self-image. The environment has changed and now we need to follow. We need to expand our comfort zone. We need to move on. So basically what I'm trying to say is that your self-image is going to dictate your comfort zone. Whatever you are doing, if it's according to your self-image, you are going to be comfortable. It's your comfort zone. But once you go out of your self-image, if you are starting to do something that you don't believe yourself to be able to do, then you start to sabotage yourself in order to get back into the comfort zone. And the way I'm doing this is affirmations, visualization, trying to get back into meditation, a thorough review on my trades, and also risking less percentage. All this is going to expand my comfort zone and is going to make me comfortable in the position that I'm in at now, and is going to make me grow a lot as a trader and let me then expand even further. And in no time, I will be comfortable in the position that I'm currently at, and I will be able to scale even more. As I said, this was a very important video for me to write because it obligated me into writing down rational thoughts. And I hope this helps you, be it now or in the future. Don't forget to come back to this video once you get your live account. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helped. I really hope this helped. And if you want to know my perspective on failing overall, it's this video right here. I think it's a really good video and I think you should check it out. So I really hope you enjoyed and I wish you a great rest of your week. Peace.